In this video, we're going to cover exactly how you can do SEO with AI, because whilst the old way of doing SEO research still works, it's a very long and tedious process, and most of it can be completely automated with a really well-written prompt and a tool like Claude Code that can go off and do all of the keyword research for us. So this entire process is going to be pinned around this specific prompt, which is really, really detailed and works for any business because we can replace all of the variables with our specific business details, pop it into a tool like Claude Code, and then let it run off and do all of the research in the background. And if you want me to send you this prompt, just please comment prompt in the description. But using methods like this, we can start to get huge amounts of organic traffic through to our website. So this website here, for example, has 23.8 thousand visits to their website every single month. And all of that is organic traffic that they are not paying for. And the value here of $29.6 thousand means if they were to pay for all of this in, say, Google Ads, then that's how much it would cost them. So they're getting basically 30 grand of traffic for free every single month because they've been able to target 2.9 thousand organic keywords. So to target a level of keywords like this, it's basically impossible if you were to do it all manually. So we need some sort of process that automates everything so we can start ranking on Google without building an entire team of SEO experts. But luckily, with the tools available today, that is completely possible, and we're going to go through all of that in this video. And again, it's all pinned around this specific prompt. And again, if you want me to send it to you, just comment prompt below and I'll link you to the prompt. Now, for some context, there's 3 core things that we need to be looking at when we're doing any kind of keyword research. One is the keyword difficulty of a term, so how hard it is to rank for that specific term. And this is all related to how much competition there is in the specific niche that you're trying to target. The next one is search volume, so how many users are actually searching for that keyword. If the search volume is super low and the competition is high, there's no point really targeting that keyword because we're not going to get very good results from it. The third is domain rating. So this is based on how many other websites link back to your website, and domain rating and keyword difficulty are very tightly linked. So say, for example, if you have a domain rating of only 20, it's pretty much impossible for you to rank for a keyword of 60 because other websites with much higher domain ratings are always going to be prioritized over yours. So that means DR and KD are tightly linked. So we need to sort of climb a ladder until we can start to get enough backlinks until we can start to target higher keyword difficulty terms. And with that typically comes much higher search volume. So for example, if you've got a domain rating of only 20, and this is not complete science because these domain ratings are sort of estimated, then you should only be targeting keyword difficulty between 20 and 25. And again, if your domain rating is only 30, then maybe 30 to 40. Now, all of this is sort of dependent on the amount of competition around a particular keyword. But if we go to Ahrefs, for example, and this is a keyword research tool, and we were to target a top level keyword, say our product is in the SEO niche, so we target a term like SEO, we can see that just that short term has a keyword difficulty of 94, which means even to rank in the top 10, you at least need 1.2 thousand referring domains. And to get something like that is going to take a lot of hard work that could potentially take many, many years. So instead, we just need to target keywords that have lower keyword difficulty. So if we go to the advanced search section here, we can filter keyword difficulty to say 30 max and then show results on that. And here we're going to get long tail variants that we can actually rank for. So here we've got SEO company near me. This has got a much lower keyword difficulty and a good search volume as well. So maybe articles around this sort of niche would be much better. But we also need to look at the intents here as well, because in SEO, keywords come under 4 distinct categories, which is informational, navigational, commercial, and transactional. And we want to be targeting commercial and transactional type keywords, mainly because these are users that are actively looking for a service. Because if someone Googles a term like SEO services near me, they're actively looking for a service that they potentially want to target. But if someone searches a keyword term like best SEO tools, then at that point, they're just doing research and not necessarily looking for something to purchase at that moment. So it's harder typically to rank for keywords where we're going after commercial and transactional intent because those users are more primed to actually make a purchase. But those are the users that we actually want to target. So Rather than going into tools like Ahrefs and doing all of this manually, it can be very, very tedious. Instead, we can just pop this prompt into Claude Code, fill in our business details, and have it search all of the keywords for us. So here I've entered the business details for a hydration company called Salt, and the business name is Salt. The website is drinksalt.com. The niche is health and fitness. Primary product or services is electrolytes. Target location UK, and target audience is runners and fitness and health conscious people. Now the prompt is then going to use all of these variables, and you can replace them with your specific business variables, and it's going to go off, assess the site, find the keyword gaps, do SERP validation, so do actual checks against search engine results pages, and then finally select and return the 10 best keywords for this specific product. So if we hit enter on this and then just let it run, it's going to start by connecting to the Ahrefs tool. So Ahrefs is a tool that actually gives us all of this keyword information. So to automate this, you're going to need a subscription to Claude and Ahrefs. Once we've got those keywords, we can then come into a tool like Spectre, and then we can go to our schedule and click add keywords and then paste all of our keywords here. And then Spectre is going to turn those keywords into highly valuable articles that will actually rank on Google and then publish them to our website automatically. So you can see here, for example, the keyword that we're targeting is local SEO tools. And here we've got AI SEO tools. And if we click into this, we've got a full article which mentions that keyword a bunch of times. It does genuine high value research, it inserts images, tables. So it's content that is actually valuable to users. When people then search those terms, your website will appear, and then people will click in, and then you can have a call to action on your website, which then converts people to paid customers. So Claude here just wants some approval to carry on calling the tools. And we'll just cut back in a second when all of the research has been finished. So the prompt has finished running now, and this went on for about 10 minutes, and it went through all of the competitors, looked at actual real keyword data on tools like Ahrefs, and then finally finished and gave us 10 keywords that this site could actually rank for. So we've got electrolytes for runners, best electrolytes for fasting, electrolytes before or after running. So you can see these are terms that people would actually search for on Google. And interestingly, this website doesn't have a blog or doesn't have any kind of investment in SEO at all. So this would benefit very well from running this kind of prompt and finding the keywords they can actually rank for to start appearing on Google and then selling more of their product. So what they would do from this point is you'd copy all of your keywords, you'd come over to, say, Spectre SEO, would go to schedule on the left here, click add keywords, paste in our keywords, click schedule articles, and then from here, a high quality article would be generated for each keyword and then published to your website automatically, so you don't have to do any extra work. Now, if you want to add your own creative input to any of these articles, you can just click in and then click edit and then edit the article exactly how you like. So if you want to put more of a personal human touch, for example, or change anything at all, you can do all of that within Spectre itself. Once you're happy with this, you can either just press publish directly or wait for the scheduler to publish a brand new article every single day. And if you don't even want to do any of the SEO research at all, then you don't have to do that, because Spectre will do all of that keyword research for you. So we've got a dashboard for Spectre itself, which is a fairly new domain. And here we can see all of the keywords that we can rank for. We've got an overview of the competitors as well. And then Spectre is going to start to generate articles with the keywords that it itself has found that we can actually rank for. So here you can see we've got fairly low keyword difficulty terms, again, because this is a fairly new domain. But if you would prefer more control over the keywords that articles are actually generated for, then again, you can just use this prompt, and again, just comment prompt below and I'll send it to you. But all of these tools together will give you the complete automation pipeline to start ranking on Google and selling more of your product through organic search. Now, if you don't have a subscription to Ahrefs, then I've also recorded a video that uses a prompt with Claude that doesn't call the Ahrefs tool. So the results won't be quite as good, but you can still get really solid results just by analyzing competitors and using free tools like Google search. So if you want to see that video, I've linked it right here. Otherwise, if you want to grab a 50% off link for spectreseo.com, there's a link down in the description. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.